como alguien bien interesante hoy, es alguien de la comunidad. Han visto las piezas de Mario, el reacción, y él tiene una pieza muy interesante y creo que son de él. ¿Y what's your name first?
Drew Festini.
What are you working on?
I work for OH Park here in Oregon.
What is OH Park?
So we allow people to get small boards made for inexpensively. So a lot of our customers are doing prototypes. They might be students or individual makers, hobbyists, or they might even be at companies where we meet their needs in terms of speed and time. So 2-layer PCB takes about 12 days in the US, and then we have free international worldwide shipping through postal mail. So 2-layer board is $5 a square inch. So a lot of our customers basically use us for prototyping before they go on to bigger production, or if it's just an individual product or project, they might just make a few boards. Like something like this, this was maybe about $20. It's probably 3-4 square inches, and this is a little badge that I made. We've got an OLED display here from Adafruit, and then I've got a Teensy, which is a microcontroller board, and I actually have a little capacitive touch sensor here at the bottom. So if I hold that down, it should go into a demo mode here. So this is kind of going through the Adafruit graphics library. So this is pretty much an example of basically a simple PCB that basically allows me to connect the microcontroller board with the display and have some capacitive sense buttons on the bottom. And it is a work in progress that I just put together so I put it together this morning before I came to the conference. So it's not quite as good of a shape as it will be.
What you use Open-Hardware? Would you like Open-Hardware?
So I like Open-Hardware because it allows people to build upon the work of others. So, all the things I've done, I'm always building upon things that other people have done. So the modules on this, it was designed by other people, and then I'm able to leverage what they've done. So I think the key to open source hardware is it's about enabling collaborative development. So if I design a project, I want to release it as open source hardware so other people can take my project and then build upon it and even contribute back improvements to my project and also give me ideas of what they do. So our customers, a lot of our customers do open hardware projects or open source hardware projects, and it's really great to see how one project might build upon another project. I don't have it with me right now, but one of our customers recently did a board with e-paper, and I saw that, and it was open source hardware, and I took that idea and I built upon it. So I'm going to do kind of a new version of this badge with e-paper, like a Kindle. So basically, it's great to, instead of having to do everything on your own every time, you can basically leverage, and with the internet, you can leverage like everyone in the world to develop hardware projects together. The best example, I think the best example of open source hardware is Arduino. So Arduino was a platform created at a small school in Italy for just a few classes, but it was open source, and it was good enough and easy enough to use that it caught fire, and now there's hundreds of different derivatives of it. Because it's open source hardware, people have taken it, they've turned it into like the board that's in pretty much every 3D printer is based on an Arduino. Robotics, motor control, science, pretty much everything you can think of, there's an Arduino derivative for it. And it all comes back from the point of that it was open source hardware, so the schematics were available, the PCB layout, how the PCB works, the circuit board works, and also the bill of materials, the parts that were in it were all available. And it made it easy for people to then take it and modify it and then use it for their own needs. So that's kind of like the core value of open source hardware. Yeah.
What you say to the people in El Salvador, we are making more stuff, why we use your message for all the Salvadorian people in the community right now?
Really excited to find out people are passionate about free software and also open source in El Salvador, and would love to see the sort of projects you guys are doing. And with the internet, we can all work together on projects. It's not really a barrier. So I really like Hackaday.io. I think it's a really great website for sharing projects and also asking people for ideas and then incorporating those ideas into your project. So hopefully we can connect on one of those sorts of platforms and actually work on some hardware projects together. But it was awesome to find out there's people that are just as passionate about open source and free software in El Salvador as here.
We'll see you in the next video. Nos vemos en el siguiente video.
Sorry, I don't know any